Hi, my name's Rob from Specialist Termite Control, and this is the top 5 things you need to know about flying termites. And it's just a really quick video to go over a few important things, but if you've got further questions you can feel free to contact us at Specialist Termite Control. So number 1, what are they doing? They are breeding. So that is why we're seeing flying termites. It is their way of getting genetic spread and spreading out further from their localized area there. So just like bees go through their swarming process, even though they're not related in the slightest, this is the termite way of reproducing. And so they're both males and females, and they're looking for appropriate harborage in which they can land and slowly but surely create a new colony. And most colonies really take about 5 years before we consider them a commercial risk to dwellings. Flying termites won't land and attack your home. All right, there are some areas in Australia where termites can land and create colonies, but for the most part in the southern states, there is nothing in your home that will really allow a termite colony to develop. They need very specific things for that. So you don't need to go around and try and spray them with fly spray. They will land on your roof, they'll enter your roof cavities and get all around, but they will die pretty quickly. The thing to note, if you're seeing flying termites around, there's not so much the termites that are flying you need to worry about, it is the colony from which they're emanating from, where the workers go out and harvest cellulose, timber, to feed that colony so they can in turn shoot out flying termites. So it's the colony you need to be worried about, not the flying termites. Number 3, the other thing to note is most termites in Australia are good. They're good for the environment. They aerate the soil. They return timber from whence it came. So we have about 350 species that we know of, and we're still finding new ones. And almost all of those are considered non-destructive or grass-feeding termites, right? Or decay-feeding termites. There are only a few species that really get into termite buildings. And again, in the southern states or in the Melbourne area, we know just from the time of year that they fly. So if you're seeing termites flying around October, November, they are the destructive species, and largely a species called copter termes. Whereas the rest of the year, you'll get periodic flying from different species, and we really don't need to worry about them too much. So not all termites are bad. There is a difference between people who find termites who have flown into their house as opposed to termites that are flying out of their house. Now, termites don't know that your home is a home. They just think it's standing dead in the bush, which is their natural feeding environment. And termites they're poor flyers, so they want to get up high and they want to spread with the wind to try and get as much of that genetic spread and spread their colonies as far and wide as they can. So if you are seeing 5, 10 termites somewhere in your house, flying termites in your house, it's probably just landed and come in through your downlights, exhaust fans and things like that. So finding them in your bathtub or sink or something like that is pretty common. If you're seeing larger numbers than that, 50, 100, thousands, then that's probably an indicator that the termites are actually emanating or flying out of your home. And that typically indicates that you have an established infestation. Now, not ideal, nobody wants termites, but most people have no idea for years and years that they have termites. So in many ways, if you are seeing flying termites in your home, it's an indicator that you might have a termite infestation, and that's a good thing because you can do something about it. Number 5, what to do if they fly in your home. So we go to a lot of clients' places where they are freaking out, and naturally so, it's not a nice feeling. But they'll try and vacuum up every single termite that are swarming out of their home, or hit them with fly spray, or rip out wherever they are and try and find the source of it. The answer is don't do any of those things. If you have already, don't sweat it. A lot of people do all those things, it's fine. But the best thing you can do is just leave it alone. Obviously you don't want, and sometimes it could be thousands and thousands of these individuals flying in your home. If you can see where that's occurring from, you can get a supermarket bag and you can seal it with a bit of tape around what we call the flight cut, or where you're seeing them fly from. It will happen only in the evening typically, or when the humidity is high. So if you can seal that bag around there, they will fly into the bag and you will find by morning they are all dead. Alternatively, if you don't know where they're coming from, you can open some windows, open your doors, turn the lights off in your house, put the porch light on, and a lot of them will fly out there. Those that don't, again, you will find that they are dead by morning. They won't survive, so you don't have to worry about them spreading throughout your house and infesting the area there. What's important is that you do contact a professional to get some professional advice and leave the area well alone until then. I hope that helps. If you do get flying termites in your house, or if you're seeing them, it's not the end of the world. It can be handled methodically and safely, but contact a professional. Cheers.